Fidelity Digital Assets is going to double the size of its staff, planning to add up to 110 employees across engineering, developing basically like blockchain stuff, and then a few other tech roles here and there. Fidelity is well known, well, not only because of Fidelity being one of the largest asset managers in the game, but also because they've really gotten involved with Bitcoin early on. There is a thing called the Fidelity Mafia, which is like a bunch of people who used to work at Fidelity back in 2016, 2017, and they have moved into a lot of prominent roles within the Bitcoin space. Nick Carter is a well-known VC in the Bitcoin space. He's one. Amanda Fabiano, who leads mining over at Galaxy Digital, is another. There's just plenty of people who've come from Fidelity in the years past, and now they are high ups within the Bitcoin rankings. So their plans to add more Bitcoin to their staff also comes on the heels of some news from Fidelity that they're planning on adding Bitcoin to 401ks, or rather the option to add Bitcoin to 401ks. They're going to roll that out later this year, but it's a huge addition, and it also caught some heat from people on Capitol Hill saying, not sure we want you guys to be able to add that volatile asset into people's 401ks. Zach, going to throw this one over to you for your take.
Yeah, for sure. So we should just, clarify, right? This is based on Wall Street Journal reporting, and if it bears out, this is a major development, that's for sure. I think we're going to see a lot of layoff headlines in the coming months. We already have seen some of those as it relates to the crypto downturn. We've also seen actually interestingly a lot in the fintech space as relating to downsizing efforts. So you'll see some of those. So it's interesting counter-cyclically to see that, hey, Fidelity is trying to invest in this team during the bear cycle. So that's actually interesting that they're sort of doubling down now. I guess kind of gearing up for whatever presumed push will come with next cycle. So the fact that that's happening from such a established titan in the brokerage space is for sure notable if it all comes to pass with those triple-digit hiring push. So yeah, I'll throw it to your take. Throw it to you for your take on the Fidelity news.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, Fidelity has been kind of bullish on crypto for some time now, right? Like they said last year that they had plans to up their headcount by like it was percent. They were kind of growing in demand of services. In January, they said countries that secure some Bitcoin today will be better off competitively than their peers in the future. So that's interesting. But to your point, there was another report from Morgan Stanley around the same time saying that venture capital investment in crypto is going to dry up this year, fall by as much as 50% by the end of the year. And Fidelity, an institutional investor, is still seemingly going all in. So it's an interesting contrast there, I thought. But again, we're talking about one versus a general trend that Morgan Stanley thinks is happening. And I know we love bank reports on the hash, so yes. Take it with a grain of salt. I know Zach's gonna say that next. But
I saw the headline, and the first thing I thought of was, Foxley is going to go off. Because I would take that bet too. I mean, down from historic record-setting investment in the crypto space from venture capital firms. Hell yeah, I'd bet that it's going down by at least 50%. Those numbers were staggeringly huge last year. So, Lord, give me the confidence of the Morgan Stanley analyst who produced that note, and I too shall concur with his assessment. But I got to give it to the GOAT. Got to give it to the GOAT on this one. Foxley, what's your thoughts?
Well, I just want to go back to the Fidelity note if I can, just to button up that topic. Like, I think that people don't necessarily. We look at the crypto space and we look at Bitcoin and we're like so focused on that, but we don't realize like how important it is to be involved with the institutional side of things and how much capital that is. I forget off the top of my head how much assets under management Fidelity has, but it's in the trillions of dollars. I want to say $3 to $4 trillion. Someone can fact correct me if I'm wrong there, but it's a ton of wealth. And the fact that you're seeing them continue to put bets on Bitcoin, that is bigger than MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin. That is bigger than Tesla buying Bitcoin in a lot of different ways. Like maybe those things pump the price more, but in terms of like actual adoption of Bitcoin, you're going to see more of it because of Fidelity sitting in someone's bank account rather than MicroStrategy sitting on its dragon's nest of Bitcoin, its little hoard. That's not going to change the issue as much. If you have things like Fidelity actually making Bitcoin part of the traditional financial market, that's when you see Bitcoin adoption hitting the big scale. So I think this is a really important note. Doubling staff when everyone else is cutting staff right now, or even moving into layovers, tells you how much they care about this and how much money they're going to put into it. And I hope that we see the 401k roll out pretty soon here.